Hey, how's it going, everyone? Jacob Rothenberg here, Senior Sales Development Representative at Drata, self-professed living legend. And what I want to talk about today are the 3 freedoms associated with a software sales job, particularly with SaaS sales and the SDR, Sales Development Representative function. Reason why I make that distinguishment, aside from like being an AE, an account executive that closes deals, an SDR has certain freedoms that make more sense if you're someone who travels or wants a freer schedule, and that's what I'm going to refer in this video. So the 3 freedoms are time freedom, location freedom, and financial freedom. So I'll go over those 3. First off, time freedom. For the most part, if you're working from home with a remote job, and I think that there's a lot of awesome remote work from home opportunities in SaaS sales. I work fully remote. There is no physical office for me to operate out of, especially since I'm in Vegas, headquartered in San Diego, I have literally full autonomy on not only how much I want to work, but when I decide to work within relative reason. So, for instance, I didn't even tell my managers this. This morning, I drove to California to take care of some stuff and drove back just in time for my one-on-one meeting with my manager. Now, that being said, there is certain leniency you can be given if you're hitting or exceeding quota, like I always am, knock on wood, hopefully, for the time being. That said, though, yeah, if you are able to at least prove that and be trusted that you're going to be able to do your job on your own time and get the job done to the satisfactory standard, usually for an SDR that's going to be hitting quota, you have relatively high autonomy with your time freedom. Likewise, that also lets me work when I want to, even beyond what someone would normally do. As the time I'm filming this, it is, I even have my clock behind me there. It's like 9:11 p.m. here in the Pacific. I just got finished prospecting some new accounts and writing some emails. And if I want to work at 9 p.m., I can. Heck, I can even work until 2, 3 a.m. I have done that plenty if I want to make more money, theoretically, and work extra hours. I am free to do that on my own schedule. So if you're someone who wants to wake up late, maybe you're a night owl like me, and you want to work at later hours, you have that freedom. I think that makes sense. Now, of course, there are caveats to that. If you have to be available to at least respond to messages and emails, you do at some point want to be at least able to check messages between like 9 a.m., local time to where you're headquartered out of to like maybe 5 and at least be around, but you have that freedom there. Now, tied to time freedom is going to be location freedom. And I think that's like the biggest benefit right now with SaaS sales. And it's actually one of the main reasons why back in the day I had quit my day job in international sales, where I had to work out of a central office for the most part, and I was just stuck having to commute to that office and being stuck in one central place where I just had to work at my office to get work done. With SaaS sales, usually speaking, you can find a fully work from home opportunity, and with that, for as far as I know, there are very little restrictions that come with the location you're operating out of. Now again, and I've pictured it like a lot of different scenarios. If you're someone that's based out of Pacific Standard Time, like in California, does it make the most sense to be working out of Thailand or Eastern Asia when you need to be able to answer emails and maybe make calls to USA-based prospects? Not really. I don't think that's very efficient or a good way to go about using the job to make money and still work. But I believe, at least with my situation at Drata, I'm able to work anywhere in the US as long as I'm getting my job done. I'll still communicate where I'm traveling to if need be, but I'm able to take my MacBook as long as I'm able to work, have internet access, and get my activities done. All that really matters. So, as long as you're hitting your numbers and you're achieving your benchmarks, you do have that autonomy for location. And again, within reason, as far as I can think about it, no one really cares where you're working from so long as you're getting the work done. Now with that, I can see, especially if you're working out of the USA, if you want to work out of maybe Mexico or South America, where you're still going to be falling within the central time zone of the USA, that will definitely still work almost perfectly working out of the USA. So something to keep in mind. Maybe even like Western Europe. But yeah, you can figure that out with your employer with location freedom, or your future employer rather, on location freedom. Now number 3, this is the big one. Software sales. What is it known for? What is it known for on Reddit? Financial freedom. So if you're starting out in sales, hell, if you're just starting out maybe with your first or second job, you're out of college, you've racked up debt, or you haven't really yet accrued enough money from a job to build significant savings. Well, software sales is the great equalizer for that. If you're needing to make over 100K and you don't have a specialized degree in engineering or in law or in healthcare, well, hell, why not do some software sales? So it is, as an SDR, I will profess to this, with the right role and comp plan, you can absolutely make over $100,000 as an SDR that is hitting and exceeding quota. It is not unheard of. I believe it's fairly common. If you're hitting quota and exceeding it, if you look on sites like Glassdoor, Repview.com, and Indeed, you'll see reports from SDRs on honestly reporting their incomes and hitting 6 figures, especially if they're overachieving on quota. Speaking for myself, I don't think I can disclose the exact amount that I'm making and that I'm trending towards, but I will say it's July at the time I'm filming this, and I'm already well over 100,000 year to date in actual earnings. Not the amount that I've closed or the amount of pipe that I've qualified, cash in my bank account before taxes. So yeah, you can definitely make a very fast impact for yourself in software sales. You don't even have to wait to be an account executive to do it. I mean, look at me. Do I look like I have a financial problem right now? I'm doing pretty good here, guys. So yeah, you can even crush it financially as an SDR. Again, find the right role with a good comp plan that includes the base salary, the variable pay, the overall on-target earnings, the OTE for that, and being able to dissect, okay, how does the variable pay structure work? How does the commission plan line up so that I can hit the OTE? And not only how much will I make hitting 100% of my on-target goals, but also how much will I make if I hit 150%, 200%, 300%. If you can reverse engineer that math and set yourself a goal financially of how much you want to make, you can do it. So this is a little bit longer of a video than I would usually post, but I think if people like longer form, I'm going to go ahead and stick with this. This is the first video that I've done specifically for YouTube and with slightly better production quality. If you enjoy this video, please feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Hell, if you hate the video, if you think I'm a scammer or just disagree with my opinion, that's cool too. Let's talk it out. So until then, guys, take care. See you later. Have a good one.